And we're recording.
We
Ladies
are
and gentlemen, welcome back to the most must-see NFL AVI NFL ramble that happens at 4:49 on a Thursday at
on a
this point.
Thursday.
Yep, I am your hostess with the mostest, Mr. Garrett M. La Laguna. The M this week stands for misery. Uh,
Yeah. Why is it misery, Garrett?
it's because I'm on a 3-game losing streak, and on top of that, I just go ahead and fuck myself all sorts of up. I probably shouldn't be saying that, but oh well, we're here. It's already been said. So I never
He's,
say that these are for children.
yeah.
But nah, man, yeah, nah, I hurt myself after this weekend. So, and it wasn't because of fantasy football or anything like that. I was just dumb and got up, didn't realize my leg was completely asleep, and crumpled on top of myself. So
Mm.
yeah, never good. But that's with me, Mr. Garrett M. La Laguna. The M stands for misery. My co-host with most is Mr. Tony S. Burgess. The S this week stands for
Super bad.
super bad.
Just super
Terrible
bad.
movie.
No, don't say that. It's a great movie. Get out of
It
here.
was a terrible movie.
Borat 2 is coming out next Friday.
Oh, fuck that shit. I never liked that dude. Ollie
It's usually
G or
funny.
whatever the hell his real
Great.
name is. Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
it.
it? Yeah.
That's it.
Nah, I've never liked him in anything that he's ever done, with the exception of maybe
Borat.
Talladega Nights.
Ah,
But nah, Borat was just uh,
that's great.
nah, nah. So obviously this is the first time we're coming at you guys this week. That's because with football being on Tuesday and everything going on with my pain and everything yesterday, we just kind of never went ahead and did anything earlier this week. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a quick little recap on what happened last week. And then we're just going to get right into the preview for this upcoming week. So, looking at just the basics of what happened last week, it was a really close week for a lot of people. You only lost by like a point and a
I thought I
half
was going to win,
yourself.
and
You
I
had
did
a
not.
chance, yeah.
Yeah,
But
by one
no,
freaking point.
yeah. There was a lot of close games this week. First one that we're going to talk about real quick is Bad Things Happening versus AVI Fantasy. And Laura is now on a 5-game losing streak. Anthony got the win, 137.42 to 131.04. Relatively good all around game. I mean, it definitely could have gone either way. I'm sure if Keenan Allen would have lived up to his potential as well as Juju Smith Schuster,
Yeah.
she could have won.
Yep.
But, 33 points from Mike Davis. Who the hell would have expected that?
He's
29
been
points from.
freaking great, dude.
Yeah, he's been doing really good this year so far without Christian McCaffrey there. And the funny thing is, I want to say I just heard a report from somebody coming out saying that, yeah, they like the fact that Christian McCaffrey isn't on the Panthers. He was a defensive player going up against them later this
Yeah.
year or
Yeah.
like next week or something. And he was just like, yeah, they're a lot less predictable without Christian McCaffrey back there. So it's definitely a rougher game.
Yeah.
Uh, not dealing with Christian McCaffrey, of which he will be in IR for probably another week.
Yeah, I think one more week. That's the last I've heard. Uh, I have
Yep,
my,
he's
actually I
got
have
an
Mike
evaluation.
Davis. I have in my other league, so I kind of don't want McCaffrey to come back. But you want McCaffrey to
Oh,
come
I'm
back.
sure. I want McCaffrey to come back because then I got him and Derrick Henry, and I should have a good team once that happens, presumably, hopefully, theoretically. Um, but yeah, it looks like
Yep.
Laura is still in 12th place after this week, and Anthony has gone up to 7th place after this game. In our next game, we had, oh my, come on, Colorado Beer Fan versus Dayman, and David got the win here again. He's now at 4-1 and back in first place. Aaron is at 2-3 and in 10th place now. The final score was 110 to 119. And funny thing is, man, it looks on the graph like Aaron, he got above Dave's score for a brief moment. It's probably because the Buffalo Bills
you see a
defense played.
graph?
Yeah, I see a graph on mine on the actual website.
Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't even know that this match recap thing was a thing. Holy moly, there's a lot of stats here.
Yeah, no, there is a ton of different things there.
It's pretty cool.
You can go away. Like you are, Kansas. But yeah, no, it seems like the Buffalo Bills defense put Aaron over the top there for a second, and then they got -4 points. So Aaron lost then by 9. So kind of funny there. But no, I mean Tyler Boyd probably should have done a little bit better. Justin Jefferson probably, should have expected a little bit more out of him. Tyler Higbee, the way that he's been going this year, I'd expect more than 3.2 points out of him. But I mean, on the other side, you only had Dalton Schultz get 1.6 points. So it was a really winnable game for both teams, I feel.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Dave got lucky and he was able to pull out the win this week.
He always gets lucky.
He always seems to get just lucky enough. In our third game, we had all downhill from here, and Daniel, number 1, taking on Jamie. And I don't know where Jamie was last week. I want to say he was like 6 or something.
Yeah.
But Jamie pulled off the win. Jamie got the win, and Daniel has now dropped to 6th place from 1st place.
And it's funny too. I mean, it shows that even before the game, he was the favorite, Daniel, by 30 points, 130 to 103, and then he lost 116 to 134. So, no, Jamie's team just outperformed itself. It seems like.
Definitely did not help that Dak Prescott broke his ankle. Did you see that?
Oh, and dislocated it.
Oh, he dislocated it?
Yeah, he did. Well, he both. He dislocated the ankle and he broke. One of his fibula.
Yeah, no, I kind of saw it after the fact and like in a slow-mo.
I never watched it yet.
Oh man, it's like both of his feet are pointing this way, and then all of a sudden his right foot is just pointing off to the side, whereas his leg is still completely straight and normal. His foot is just off to the. Oh man, I feel
bad.
Brutal.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
You know? Again, it was just they franchised him. He held out. He was trying to get his contract this year. He never got it. They gave him the franchise tag, and then now this happens. Yeah. So now, is he going to get that same deal as he was going to get before? No. So he just lost a ton of money.
Be a Cowboy next year, man. Because honestly, when you look at the stats, 450 passing yards, 472 passing yards, 502 passing yards, he has been killing it this year, absolutely without question.
But he's going to, and now with this injury, like if it's even anything even near Alex Smith, that would have he would be out all this year and even possibly next year. That's how if the injury was as bad as they made it out to be, which I mean it does sound pretty bad.
Did you see Alex Smith actually made his comeback this week?
Yeah, he got demolished. I mean, he's fine, obviously, because he got sacked literally 15 to 20 times that game.
To my Rams defense.
He got demolished. It would have been nice to see him make a comeback or something, but didn't happen.
Okay, so yeah, that final score, I don't know if we mentioned it, was 134 to 116. In our fourth game of the week, we had Leroy Jenkins and Mr. Doug taking on you, sir, and the champ is currently losing. And man, Leroy Jenkins and Doug, man, he pulled off a last-second win by just over a point. It's like 1.6 points or something he beat you by.
Yeah.
And that's just devastating.
It's all because of, was it Jonnu Smith, the tight end for the Titans?
Smith getting 21 points.
Well, it came down to the end of the game, the Titans and the Bills game. I was watching it, and it was under 2 minutes left in the game. And the Titans went down to the goal line, and then Ryan Tannehill ran up past. It looked like he ran past the line of scrimmage, but then he threw at the last second and got another touchdown to Smith. And they challenged the play because it looked like he was past the line of scrimmage. I still think he was. but he wasn't.
Yeah, and Stephon Diggs getting him 20 points did not help either. Like, dude literally needed 40 points to win, and he got like 41.6.
Yeah, no, it's unfortunate.
It is. I mean, it's not like you had a bad week either.
Oh, Joe Burrow didn't do definitely great. Definitely did not help me.
Oh man, why would you play him against Baltimore?
I guess.
I think literally any other quarterback probably could have gotten you the win this week.
Yeah. Yeah. It is what it is.
Oh, well, yeah, it happens, man. I totally get it. I've been there before where it's just like, damn, one little thing, and
maybe I pick up Andy Dalton.
Screwed me up. Yeah, that might be a good call.
Maybe I do it right now.
Live. In our fifth game of the week, we have Up to No Good taking on Kittles and Bits. Jen won this game 141.5 to 121.96. Jen's on, she's doing well. She's up in third place right now. Josh is now down in 11th place, 1-4.
I believe that's the most points. Yep, most points of the week, Jen. Yep.
Most points scored this week was Jen. And I mean, yeah, Kyler Murray, Alvin Kamara, Brandon Cooks getting 30 points. It's funny, man. I saw a stat line that was like Brandon Cooks through the first 4 games of the year put up 121 yards, receiving yards. Last week he put up 161. Yeah. So it's just like, glitch in the matrix.
Glitch in the matrix.
Both of their defenses just sucked.
Lost them. They would rather have just benched it and had no defense.
Right?
No.
Sometimes I have considered that, man, where it's just like, I kind of have the win right now, but
I know. Freaking stupid defenses.
Yep. So, yeah, Jen is in third place. Josh is in 11th. And in our final game of the week, we had me, the Twisted Viking, against CD's TDs, and I lost by about 7.5 points again. Yeah, Josh Kelly pisses me off. Tyler Lockett should have done a little bit more. And Zach Ertz, man, what the hell? 1.6 points. What the ever-loving hell, Zach Ertz?
Were you watching the Titans game? Because if you could have, if maybe Henry got another touchdown or something.
Oh yeah, no, I was paying attention to like the last couple minutes of the Titans game, but yeah, around halfway through the fourth quarter, it was such a blowout that they just took Henry off the field.
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah, he might have been able to get another touchdown and get me the win, but nope, they pulled him. But yeah, Darrell Henderson, screw you, Darrell Henderson, 24 points. You can kiss the blackest part of my ass.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
So that was our quick review for last week. As of right now, the standings are as follows. I will trying to load up that page. Give me a second. Bad things happening in 12th, Kittles and Bits in 11th, Dayman in 10th, me in 9th, you in 8th, AVI NFL in 7th, all downhill from here in 6th, Leroy Jenkins in 5th, Austin Creek in 4th, Up to No Good in 3rd, CD's TDs in 2nd, and Colorado Beer Fan as 1st. So that's what's going on there. Now, let's look real quick at this week and what's going on.
Okay.
Giving you a 2-part double special. Yeah. So we're going to start off this week with, I'm just going from the back to the front on my thing. Leroy Jenkins versus Colorado Beer Fan. This should be a fun matchup.
Yeah.
Right now, it's looking like it is projected 128 for Leroy to 120 for Colorado Beer Fan. Hopefully that stays.
Yeah, that's the hope.
Yeah. Well, we're finally like dealing with actual bye weeks this week. It looks like these guys aren't really too affected this week so far.
Yeah,
But yeah,
even their bench is not even on the bye week. That's crazy.
yeah, just Latavius Murray for Beer Fan. He's the only one on bye week, and that's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, you got like Mahomes taking on Buffalo this week. Taylor taking on Cincinnati. He's going to go off like crazy, I'm sure. CEH against Buffalo. I don't think he's going to get 18 points there. He's not a Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry.
And it's in. Well, I say it's in Buffalo, but how much does home field advantage matter now? I don't know.
Oh, it doesn't.
I mean, you're still traveling, but
yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, Dave, I don't know how. He's like clairvoyant, I swear to God, sometimes. How did he know to go out and get Alexander Mattinson like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, no, I would not have known that one at all. I didn't know who that was.
I knew that he was Dalvin Cook's backup. I had him a little bit last year, but yeah, just the fact that I was just like, oh, I'm just going to pick up this random guy. And a week later, less than it seems, Dalvin Cook gets a, potentially season-ending injury.
I wonder if that's the strategy. He just goes for like the backup running backs of like the good teams, right?
Dude, and that's what I've been doing too.
Or when I say good teams, I mean the good running backs.
Like Josh Kelly started out killing it this year, and now all of a sudden that he's like the guy back there, it's just
he's still not
I'm
that.
not going to do anything.
He doesn't want to be the guy.
No, he doesn't. And like I predicted at the start of the year, Justin Jackson stepped up and kind of took over last week.
Yeah,
so
it's true.
Yeah,
that's not a horrible strategy, really. Like trying to go for the backups of the teams that have a really good running back, but in reality, it's just the O line that's really good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So looking at the matchups and everything, I think Doug can win. I'm going to call Doug to win.
There's a dog in the background. It's so hard to bet against Dave.
That is true. He always manages to figure out how to win. I say witchcraft, but
I'm gonna go with Dave.
Okay.
I bet against him before, and look where that got me.
Yep. So in our second game of the week preview, we got all downhill from here and bad things happening. Daniel against Laura, and right now it looks like Daniel is projected to win 115 to 109. It looks like it will come down to a Monday night game for both of these guys. They both have people playing on Monday night.
And there's 2 Monday night games this week.
Yep.
They have players playing in both those games, So Monday would be fun. I thought it was interesting. Daniel picked up Drew Lock.
Yeah.
I guess he's healthy and playing again.
Don't know why I would ever bank on him, but
and then
I guess
Dalvin
Cook is just questionable, so I guess he's not out for the season. But
and then Melvin Gordon on the other side got a DUI. So
yeah, and he's facing a 3-game suspension right now too.
Yep. So what's his name? Philip Lindsay. He's gonna probably be the lead back there for a bit again.
Yep. And Laura has him.
Does she?
Yep. He is in her flex.
So that's how she works out for her. All right.
Yeah. She has both the Donkeys running backs, so
that's funny.
She's pretty set either way.
That's not in Colorado has the Bronco players.
Right. Anyway. That's because everybody out here is smart. We know that the Broncos are shitty.
Yeah.
End of the day, though, looking at the matchups and everything, I think all downhill is going to feed her 6th loss of the year.
She's had a tough at quarterback, Gardner Minshew.
Dude, I've offered her quarterbacks and everything too, and she's just like, "Sorry, I don't want to give you up a running back or anything like that." So it's just like, okay, well, if you don't want a good quarterback, because I have 3 right now, if you don't want a good quarterback, that's fine. I won't take any of your running backs or anything like that.
I forget who her quarterback originally was. Started the season.
Jones, Daniel Jones.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That went away real quick.
Oh yeah.
I'll go with Daniel as well. Sorry,
Yeah.
Laura.
In our third game of the week, we got Ossinipa Creek going up against Kittles and Bits, 11 versus 4. And right now, wow, this game looks like it's going to be done as of Sunday night. It looks like Jamie's blowing his whole load in like the Saturday or Sunday games, early games.
I'm not sure how. I like that, knowing right away how your day's gonna go just in 3 hours. But then on the flip side, it sometimes is kind of exciting having like a player or two on Monday or Sunday night. But
It gives you a little bit more vested interest in it.
Gives me a reason to watch the game. That's really the only thing. Like normally I don't watch the games like at nighttime. But anyway.
But right now, as far as projections go, it looks like Kittles and Bits is projected to win by 4 points, 110 to 106. So, yeah, we'll see what happens there. Deshaun Watson is definitely looking better now that Bill O'Brien ain't there stifling him anymore.
Yeah. Yep, I'm actually going to go with Josh. Yep, this week.
Yeah, because he's got some really good matchups. Gaskin going up against the Jets, Montgomery going up against Carolina. I think they'll both beat their projections there.
Watch out for Robert Tonyan of the Packers, a tight end. He did really good last week. I think he's made a case to be the. You're right, because we had a bye week. Yeah, he did really good, and he's gonna be probably the number 1 tight end, like for us now. Like he really wasn't our number 1 tight end until the past few weeks. So he's getting his opportunity. I think he's gonna do well. Better than 6 points. Definitely guarantee that.
Right on. Yeah, so it's definitely going to be a close one, it looks like. But we all know how some of Jamie's players can be. Joe Mixon can throw up a 48-point game like he did against me. So you never know. And then Tom Brady, he is very flaky this year. He's very hit or miss. I don't know if I would trust him to get 17 points because when you look at what he's doing, 21, 8, 24, 35, 14.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So he's not doing bad. He's the 8th ranked quarterback, but I don't know if I would really trust him long term.
That's why I didn't draft him this year. I felt uncomfortable. I didn't know what he was going to do.
It's hard to feel comfortable with a player going to a new team like that, especially a team like the Bucks.
Yeah.
Where they don't have the greatest
a lot of uncertainty. Again, in football, when you do go to a different team, it's a whole different playbook. It's a whole different scheme. You're going to get totally different numbers.
Yeah. And then, with old age, he starts forgetting how numbers work and, whether it's 3rd or 4th down.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but in that game, I think, I don't know. I think Jamie wins. I'm going to call it for Jamie again.
Okay. Next, I'm going with Josh. Yep.
Right on. So in our 4th game of the week, we got AVI Fantasy and Up to No Good. Anthony taking on Jen.
Looks
number
like
7 versus number 3. Yeah, and it definitely does look like a blowout right now. 125 to 104.
But we just talked about it with Dave, or was it Dave? One of the other matchups was 130 to 110 before the game, and then the other person won. So
yeah.
No, the projections don't mean shit.
Yeah.
They don't mean shit.
Yeah. I don't know how much I trust Jen's team. Obviously, her running
back is projected for 3 points.
Yeah, Cam Akers, man. I don't know how much I would trust Cam Akers in as your backup guy. I would trust Josh Kelly right now more than Cam Akers.
Yeah.
And I hate Josh
Yeah.
Kelly.
This will be an interesting game.
Yeah.
Well,
See,
no.
Jen's team has the opportunity to go well above what they're projected. Like Brandon Cooks last week, he put on a show. Allen Robinson, he can always do really well, especially in garbage time.
Yeah.
Mark Andrews, he's one of the top tight ends of the league. However, he is no longer Lamar Jackson's number one guy.
That's true.
So that officially goes to Hollywood Brown, Marquise Brown.
I figured he would this year.
Yeah,
That
you had
was
to
my
assume
projection.
that transition would happen.
No, he had
I would,
he has the skill set. Who's just
yeah.
learning.
I was really hoping they were going to transition on the running back situation, though, get away from Mark Ingram because he has been super ineffective this year.
Yeah, I've never been a huge fan of Mark Ingram, so
I mean, last year
always
he
stay
did
away.
okay, but I mean, if you're going to get a running back for the Ravens, you might as well get Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, he is the running back.
So I was hoping J.K. Dobbins was going to go in there this year and kind of take that starting role from Ingram as he progressed in age and whatnot, but it doesn't seem like the coaching staff there wants to give any running back a chance. And I don't know if that's by their design or Lamar Jackson design.
I mean, is it just Mark Ingram's really good at pass protection, protecting Lamar?
He
I don't
is a
know.
hoss.
Yeah.
So,
Not sure.
but I mean, eventually one of these years, you got to assume the coaching staff is going to go to Lamar Jackson and say, hey, do you want to be able to walk in 20 years? Hand the freaking ball off.
True. True.
So, but yeah, I mean, Anthony has a really good team. Lamar Jackson, Mike Davis has been obviously killing it, like we said this year. Mostert is back in the starting lineup for San Francisco, so he will take up his starting role again. I want to say he was back there last week, and he got 17 points. Yeah.
I didn't realize he has the Broncos defense and kicker.
Yeah, he had to drop them last week because of COVID stuff, and
Brought him back.
well. This is something that I was going to bring up at the end of this,
Yeah.
and because I got like no feedback except for from 3 people on this, I want to say, but I feel like in situations where like if I had to give up a player that I really like Derrick Henry or something like that because of COVID BS, and because if I either have to give him up or I can't play anybody, then I feel like the league should go on a gentleman's agreement at that point. And okay, if you have to give up somebody due to COVID BS, you should be allowed to bring them back if you so choose.
I agree with that.
Because I mean, what if something happened one week and the Packers got screwed over, and you had to give up, Aaron Jones,
Aaron
or
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, or somebody, after that you're just like either I don't play anybody, and obviously I'm going to lose, or I have to drop them. I have to pick somebody up. And in those situations, I feel like we as a league should run, especially this year, maybe not next year or subsequent years, but because of COVID this year, I feel like we should run on a gentleman's agreement where if you have to drop somebody like that, you should be able to bring them back to your team if you so choose. And at this point, if I think that should be the rule going on, and I would like it to be. Give me just 1 second.
Yep. Intermission.
Yep. Sorry. Talk.
Yes, it is an intermission with Garrett. But yeah, no, it was kind of interesting. About just the fact that COVID is causing a lot of issues, and I know this week the Falcons, I think, had 5 players, or I guess even today, had COVID positive players, or maybe it was players and staff.
I don't think any players have tested positive for
Okay,
COVID there. I
that's
want to
good.
say it was some sort of staff.
Okay, so we'll see what happens with the Falcons. I'm sure their game will be moved, and then you have to look at your games and see, okay, who are they versing this week?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm of the opinion that if you have to drop somebody like that and you want to bring them back, you have to declare that you want to bring them back in a format that everybody can see it across the board. And then at that point, I feel like if somebody dicks over that player or that person, I do as commissioner have the right to go in and add drop players from teams. I don't want, and I'll be honest, I do not want to have to do that because that's when people start calling bullshit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, because of everything that's going on this year with this, I feel like it's a necessity.
I agree.
And if other coaches want to be dicks about this, then we'll talk about it in an open format. We'll get a whole damn league meeting together if you guys want. I don't care. So, moving on from that now. Anthony wins. AVI Fantasy wins.
Yeah, no, his team is it looks really good.
Yeah.
He's in 7th place right now, but again, that doesn't mean anything. It's still 3-2.
Yeah.
His team has the potential to go to the championship.
Yep,
I do see that.
absolutely.
So, and yes, in this game, I do think he's going to win.
So in our 5th game of the week, we got CD's TDs against the champ is losing.
Hey.
And right now, it is projected that he beats you by 5 points.
Yeah, it's a high-scoring game, but again, like every other dang game of mine, I am the #1 point scorer in the league, and I'm 2-3.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, that's it. How does that make
Yeah,
sense?
it absolutely sucks, man. I've been there before. Like I remember it was like 4 or 5 years ago. I put up like massive amount of points over everybody, yet I was still like in 4th place come end
Yep.
of the season out of 8 people. And it's just like, how have I absolutely? It's because those couple weeks, man. I put up big numbers, but then somebody else puts up just a little bit more. So
Yeah.
it absolutely sucks.
But my whole bench is on a bye week this week, or not all of them, but a lot of them.
Most of it.
So that's okay. Get it all over with, is
Yeah.
what I say.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
you already had to deal with your Packers being gone, so now
they're back
there's
now.
the rest of your team.
Yep.
So yeah, and you lose out on your Seattle guys this week, but ultimately you get them back next week. Hey, honey. So yeah, as of right now, looking at the matchups and whatnot, I think you can definitely take this win.
I sure hope so. Um, Again, yeah, with Aaron Jones being back and Aaron Rodgers, it's been a great combo this year. They really, really have helped me a lot in fantasy.
Oh,
Um, CD Lamb's been killing it the past 2 weeks. I haven't had him in my lineup, so he's in there for the first time. See what he does for me. And yeah, Mason Crosby and the Packers defense against Tampa Bay. I'm not sure how that's actually going to be, but
yeah.
I'm just doing it because I just like doing that. So, um, I mean, his team looks pretty good though still too.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, obviously, Tyreek Hill, um, Amari Cooper with now is Andy Dalton at quarterback. So that'll be interesting
Yeah.
to see how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, he could absolutely make Amari Cooper his like #1 guy,
And he
which I
has
mean, rightfully he should be, but
And he has the Colts defense and the Colts kicker. Everyone, people like doing that combo, just getting both of them.
right.
Um,
Well, I
and
mean, the
if you,
Colts defense this year is just killer.
And if you see my bench, you see Andy Dalton's there now, by the way.
Nice. I did see that. Okay, and in our final game of the week, we got me, the Twisted Viking, going up against the Dayman and Mr. Aaron, and he is projected to blow me out of the water right now, 109 to 132.
What's going on, Garrett? Where's the points,
Dude,
man?
I got no running backs right now. I was hoping
Derrick
Christian
Henry.
McCaffrey was going to come back this week. Yeah, I got Derrick Henry right now until the the Titans screw up again and somebody gets COVID again. Nameen Hines, I absolutely hate that I have to play Nameen Hines.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, and T.Y. Hilton. I hate that I have to play T.Y. Hilton this week. Like, yeah, I'm dealing with a couple bye week things right now too. Josh Kelly, Tyler Lockett, Drew Brees. But man, and it's funny too because this is the week that the league straight up said at the beginning of the year was going to be my hardest week matchup.
It did. You're right.
Yeah. And I mean, it sucks because Julio Jones is probably going to play this week. Devontae Adams is probably going to play this week.
And that receiving combo that Aaron has.
Yeah.
If they're healthy,
dangerous.
it's
Plus
dangerous.
Kareem Hunt and Ronald Jones have been okay this year, especially Kareem Hunt now that he's all alone. James Conner has been doing okay. Higbee has the potential to do 40 points in a week.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm getting spanked again for the fourth week in a row. That's kind of how I feel that this is playing out.
Derrick Henry and D Hop, those are the guys that need to step up for you.
Yeah, and I mean D Hop right now is the number 1 wide receiver in the league. So, but it's funny. I don't know how I always managed to get the number 1 wide receiver. Last year it was Michael Thomas. This year it's D Hop.
But I am going with Aaron.
Yeah, no, I would go with Aaron too. I am going with Aaron too. He's going to kick my ass this week. Yeah. So that's just the way it goes.
Yes, indeed.
So, okay, well, let's try and wrap this thing up here because we're at about the 45-minute mark, and yeah, we've done our preview or our review and our preview.
Yeah, we did both
for this week.
Double whammy.
So, yep. I mean, we didn't go too in depth like we normally do, but I mean, you guys know what's going on with your
This
teams.
was a nice show. I mean, we just sped through it.
Yes, exactly. So you guys know what's going on with your teams. So yeah, do your thing. Best of luck to everybody that's not named Aaron this weekend. And yeah, I think we'll call it here. For my co-host with the most, Mr. Tony S. Burgess, the S this week stands for?
Super bad.
Super bad. And I am Mr. Garrett M. La Laguna. The M this week stands for misery. So, which, by the way, better book than movie.
Interesting.
Yes. But no. Have a good one, guys. Best of luck to everybody. No football tonight. But we'll see what happens the rest of the week here on out. So have fun. Have a good weekend. We'll be back next week, hopefully on Tuesday, with our review show.
Alrighty.
All right.
See you all then. Bye.
Bye, guys.